We turn now to a very, very important subject. More than 700 children drown every year in the United States. It is the second most common cause of accidental death for children aged 14 and under. And many of those deaths could be prevented if people simply knew what drowning really looks like. Don Dahler is in the YMCA pool in Madison, New Jersey. Don, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie and Nora. America's pools and beaches are bound to be packed again this summer. I worked my way through school as a lifeguard, and thankfully, I never lost a swimmer, but I had plenty of close calls.
This is the Hollywood version of a drowning victim. But that's not what it was like for Christina Sauerwein's son, Ryan. 2 years ago, while playing in their community pool, her 3-year-old almost drowned.
I thought there would be some sort of warning, some sort of cry for help, but it was silent and it was straight down like an anchor. There was nothing.
Frank Pia was a lifeguard for 20 years and has made a lifelong study of drowning.
What does it look like when someone's drowning in the real world?
To a parent, it may look as though the child is dog paddling.
Pia says if the movement is only up and down, that's a signal. As part of his research, he would set up a video camera at the beach. This is video of 2 kids drowning. That lifeguard dashing in to save them is a young Frank Pia. The children's parents were 10 feet away, completely unaware. A quarter of all drownings happen with other people present.
They were expecting that whether it was a child or an adult would call out or wave for help.
Pia says when a person starts to drown, their body goes into survival mode, making deliberate actions like yelling or waving their arms over their head nearly impossible. Here are some other clues a person may be drowning. Their head is low in the water. It may be tilted back and their mouth open. They may look like they're climbing an invisible ladder. Small children may appear like they're trying to roll onto their back. If you see these signs, you don't have long to act.
I felt so lucky. If I had looked around one more time or just said, oh, I'll check in a second, it could have been too late.
She's right. It can actually happen in as quickly as 20 seconds. They slip beneath the surface, and if they're not rescued quickly and administered CPR, they can be gone. Frank Pia says that if you take your kids to the beach or the pool, even if there are lifeguards present, you need to keep an eye on them too. And if you want to relax or read that bestseller, he says, pull the kids out of the water for a while. Charlie, Nora?
Don Dahler, you know, that's a really important story. A really important story. I think about that when I have young children and you think they can swim at age 6 and, oh, they're great, I don't have to watch them as closely anymore. This will raise a lot of warnings with parents to say, I've got to keep my eye on my kid.
Keep your eye on them, exactly.
Yes.
Right.